with, you mentioned earlier briefly about like Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Mostly fantastic.
So a lot of TV shows are becoming more appealing. I find a lot of people I know tend to binge watch TV shows rather than go to the cinema anymore.
Cinema mainly is pretty bad.
So are you quite concerned about the future of cinema?
I'm concerned about the fact that I want to keep doing cinema, and I hope it doesn't stop doing for those of us who still keep making smart films. I'm hoping it doesn't affect me, but I think we have to watch it because eventually it is actually. But then you get, and whenever anyone is successful, it's good for everyone. And so the film was the Harry Potter follow-through last weekend.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts opened to $207 million. That's better than any industry. Film probably quite expensive. But I think I don't know what it costs, but I know my Garen is Catherine Waterston is one of the stars, and she's in Covenant. But $207 million is a great 3-day weekend. Whichever industry you're in, that's a good weekend. So when that happens, it still keeps the revenue flowing in terms of those who want to invest in these kind of movies, right?
Would you see that? Would you watch that film?
No, it's not for me.
Would you watch a Marvel film?
Not really, not for me. Because I think superhero movies are not my kind of thing. That's why I've never really done one.
You must have been asked.
Huh?
You must have been asked.
Oh yeah, several times. But I think I can't believe just in the thin, gossamer tightrope of the non-reality of the situation of the superhero. But I think I've done that kind of movie like Alien and Blade Runner. Blade Runner really is a comic strip. When you think about it, it's a dark story told in an unreal world, which could all be, if I put in that world, that atmosphere, Batman or Superman, he'd fly, he'd work. Except I'd have a fucking good story. As opposed to no story, except a guy jumping off buildings. I shouldn't say that.
What's the with the new Alien movie? What's the tone
What?
with the new Alien movie? What's the tone you're looking to establish there? If you say
Well, the new Alien movie is Covenant.
Yes.
Is multi-layered with some great characters, and I decided when I saw Alien finally succumb after 4 films, which is not bad, a good run. And then they also did Alien vs. Predator. So I thought, I think that's it. And then I waited a couple of years, and then I went back and said, I can resurrect it. Because what would you do? I said, no one's actually asked them, why would you make such a thing and for what reason? No one actually asked us the 3 subsequent movies, which is kind of ridiculous. That's why good writers are frequently good writers, because they'll ask a basic question like that and make that into a scenario. So we did Prometheus. That heaved it off the ground. Covenant is a follow-through to Prometheus, so we now know who created this and why. And now the next one is being written now as to where you go next. So there's a joining up of the storyline, and it touches on mortality, immortality, and the real question of who created us.
God, but it can get deeper than that, doesn't it?
No, but it's a big question. Everyone asks the same question: who created us and why? And were we? When you go way back to the initial logic of now, 30 years ago. Somebody was saying there is nothing out there except us, which I thought was totally fucking ridiculous. I met a guy called Carl Sagan 30 years ago who said to me, surprisingly, as the premiere of Alien, he was invited and said to me, it's a movie. He said, but, it's entirely ridiculous. There'll be no aliens in my lifetime or your lifetime. And I said, lighten up, Carl, it's a movie. And but now NASA, I did a film recently where I had to deal with NASA all the time, Martian. they are in firm belief that actually there's millions of entities out there that are in some form of evolution, either equivalent to us, ahead of us, way behind us, whatever. There has to be, logically, there has to be. And so, therefore, we're not just a random accident, or we're not a random biological accident. And if I don't believe we're random, I think there was some kind of decision being made because.
So you believe in God then?
No, but I believe in a higher force. So, and if we want to call it God, then it's God. But for you and I to be sitting here right now in this place, talking in this space, to be bacteriologically possible, would take trillions of correct decisions to be made randomly by nature, which of course is ridiculous.
It's monkeys like
I
Shakespeare.
think Richard Dawkins is here.
He agrees. I think he agrees. Yeah.
So,